made it to the top of the rocks. We have to be careful. These are cliffs. And I just wanted to give you guys some landmarks coming up. Go on, go. But as you can see, we enter the world of the vast. And we stood on that peak. And here's Burnside Lake. Very vast. And his creature he's seen was up in the woods. We were at vocalizations last night on the other side of those rocks. It was in the canyon over, and it was echoing into the basin last night. And we heard that. Could have been coyotes. Who knows? Like I said, who knows? Even off camera, Tammy said it was very weird. It sounded a little bit like something she hadn't heard before. I mean, I agree. But she is always skeptical of Bigfoot. She says there could be monsters in the woods. But then when we hear them, she don't want me calling out to them. So it's like, I gotta talk to them. When they squatch, I gotta squatch, you know. Squatch back and forth. But anyways, Hawkins Peak. Nothing wrong with little jokes and a little laughter. We almost climbed to the top, but it's not as primitive. It's primitive up in this canyon. Because a lot of people take the Jeep trail, so there could be some evidence up in there, but you can see it's very vast. Anyways, I'm gonna get some tripod shots. This is your founder of the Paranormal Ghost Society, Lord Rick. And we got Rascal. Rascal, what you doing, buddy? I know, marking your territory not once, twice. Twice he marks his territory. This guy's thorough. And then we got Jared. I can zoom in on Jared. Okay. Well, that's a foot of fruit roll-ups. Or a couple feet of ooey gooey stuff. It's probably not healthy for you, but we eat it and it gives us energy and we just go through the woods everywhere. And we'll end on this note. Here's the crown of Hawkins Peak. No woods once you get the last 1,000 feet. No woods is what I was talking about. Just to make reference of it, ladies and gentlemen, Jared and I, our first day, had hiked to that summit. And there's cliffs. You have to be really careful. And right here is the meadow, which overlooks these beautiful rock formations. But if you come down to the meadow, the swing in the hermit's encampment's deeper in the woods. So we climbed up to the top here, went all the way up, and we climbed there's a cliff right there, and we climbed all the way around the front of this, zigzagged and worked our way to the top. So, just to make reference, I'm going to tell you where we're going, where we're heading, because we want you to be part of this. We're going to come off these rocks, we're going to go down and into the forest. This canyon, very lush. You cut to the left, you can get to Hawkins Peak, just for those who want to hike. But the foliage is very thick, so it could hide at times a Bigfoot-like creature. But you can see. Very lush, very thick. We're going to go towards the canyon and we're going to get in the middle of the woods and cut left and be in the forest below Hawkins Peak. People don't go very much below the cliffs, but we're going to go along the bottom sort of the cliffs that are on this ridge and see if we can find some Bigfoot evidence of something maybe coming down. It's very steep coming down to head towards the lake. In front of us. Where there's water, there is Sasquatch. And so you got Hawkins Peak, Volcanic Rock, Meadow, the peak we summited our first day. I'm not sure if this is this might be a volcanic dome, which is around on top, volcanic rock. Oh yeah, another area. Yesterday I stood, let's see if I can show you. Yesterday we stood right on top of those rocks. Right on the cliff is where we were. And you'll see, if you go to our website, not on YouTube, but if you want to go on our website, you'll see the photos of these expeditions. My girlfriend had also zoomed in of us on that rock and zoomed in us of the peak to show that we were up there, because, you know, we want to show people, hey, we're actually doing it up. This ain't like some film crew. This is not like some film crew, you know, that, or a reality entertainment show where you get Subway and pizzas delivered and you can sit in a hot vehicle and you don't have to hike for miles and miles. You have to rock climb and hike and go around cliffs. And, you know, there's just a lot of work involved to explore this. There's no trail. This is just remote countryside. That's all we're doing. We're roaming the backcountry, the Humboldt-Tiobe National Forest in California, which is very vast in this area, obviously, and Bigfoot has never been a letdown in the Tiobe Forest. At least the California part of the Tiobe Forest has there's a lot of evidence that supports Bigfoot are up in this range. It's unbelievable, because a lot of people are like, I never even heard of that. They've heard of like Plumas or something, or up in where Yosemite is, and you know, popular places. But Burnside Lake, it's, you know, it's a little gem, and a lot of this, you know, maybe doesn't get explored like it should. These woods, these forests, these lone peaks, rather. Went fishing last night, had a bunch of bites and catch nothing. Oh yeah, here we go. I believe that's the nipple. That's another landmark. It's not as clear today, but on a clear day, easily see 200 miles. Anyways, check out our website. As I was saying earlier, you can see pictures from all the rock climbs and cliffs we stood on. I put a lot of things on tripods now. www.paranormalghostsociety.org. Go into the main page, click the investigation archives, and then, you know, go to some of our later portals. There's portals, and each portal has like 20 buttons you click, and each button has 40 cases we've done, or places. It's really easy to navigate, but our last 200 places have mainly been outdoors like this, and because that's just what we're researching, the UFOs and Bigfoot in this area. And there's ghost towns around here too, so we hit those too and look for ghosts. I mean, this area, paranormal, it's here. This is where it's at, my friends. I've seen it with my eyes. So, Expedition 2, almost coming to a close, third day within Expedition 2, lots of hiking, lots of climbing. Now we're going to go into the thick, into the woods.